Ready? Hi, this is Brooke. And I'm an Aries, and I like cherries. Oh, yeah. And I want to be loved by you.
Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm a Sagittarius. I may not seem like I'm an archer. Probably because I'm not. But I want to be loved by you. And only you, Joe.
Hi, I'm Jenny, and I'm a Gemini. I know. I might be young. But contrary to what you might believe about Geminis, I'm very friendly and not a bitch. And I just want to be loved by you, Joe McIntyre.
Hi, I'm Kim, and I'm an Aries, and I also like berries and cherries and fairies. Oh, and I want to be loved by you, Donnie.
I'm Michelle, and I'm a lovable Leo, and I want to be loved by you, Nikki.
Nikki-licious. She's hot.
Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm a Scorpio, and I want to be loved by Donnie Wahlberg.
Get it.
Hi, I'm Jackie, and I'm a tender Taurus.
Woo!
And the only thing you need to know is I want to be loved by you, Donnie.
Hi, my name is Maria, and I'm a lovable Leo. And brrr, Jordan.
So tonight, we have a very special episode with some very special people, as you just heard.
Yes.
What do you think about that, Brooke?
I think that this is
My
so-called whatever.
Main event.
And
Welcome to the block party. Yo.
we ain't leaving out nobody.
We got everybody right here. Because if you're not here, you're here because you're listening. So we ain't living on nobody.
What you talking about? All right, so
Yeah, let's do this.
for reals,
For reals.
this is the block party,
It is.
and it's a very special episode
Correct.
because
We're at the
we
beach.
are at the beach and it's cold and rainy, but it's cool. We got good friends here.
It's the My So-Called Whatever main event.
It is the main event. Hashtag MSCW main event.
MAINE. Not MAIN.
So we're going to do something a little different tonight.
I'm excited. You excited?
Yeah, instead of reading stories.
Talk about experiences
Yeah. Experiences. That's good.
that like resonate. Some will be funny. Some might be sad.
You may shed a tear.
Possibly.
No, I won't, because I'm like stone cold.
Because you're a bitch.
I am.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I'm not him. Whatever happened to him?
Yeah, he's something political. No more wrestling.
He should go
I
back
feel like
to
a lot of
wrestling.
wrestlers do that.
Meh.
Wait, what was his catchphrase?
Cold Stone Stunner? That was his move? But I don't remember what he said. I just know he wore a leather vest with no shirt under. And that looked sweaty.
Hell yeah was his catchphrase.
Thank you, Amy. I appreciate your wrestling.
Stone Cold said so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was it, because Stone Cold said so. That was it.
I like that we have
Not
a
compared to the
resident
people that I know.
wrestling expert.
Me
Amy.
too.
In the house.
Amy,
I
that's
used
your
to like
jam.
wrestling. I'm no expert,
Oh, but
but I used to get down with some wrestling in the late '80s, early '90s.
yes, you did. You brought me to a wrestling match.
Yeah.
I was going to be Bret Hart's manager
What?
in my dreams.
I'm like, what? Really?
I had the pink and black ready to go.
So, who would like to start? Who would like to share their story first?
I love that.
I will. Well, no, I was burping. So
Oh.
I thought he was like,
well, that too. But I was like, oh gosh, I hope that the microphone is not picking that up.
No,
Dear
that
goes
was
from
great. That was
within.
perfect. It was right on time.
Awesome.
what?
Amy's going to share her story.
Oh, okay.
I'll share my story.
Okay.
I'm going to share the story about how I was introduced to New Kids on the Block.
Oh, yay.
Because I don't think a lot of people have heard this. So my favorite band at the time was Bon Jovi. They were just, I loved them so much. And it was right around the time when Hanging Tough was released, or the video. The songs had been released, but the video was on the MTV Countdown, and it had booted Bon Jovi from the #1 spot. And I was pissed. Can I say that? I was mad.
Oh.
So I was like, who the fuck is this New Kids on the Block group that are taking over from Bon Jovi? I need to watch this video because I need to know who these people are, because nobody can beat out Bon Jovi. So it came on, and Donnie walked across the stage, and he looked into the camera, and my face went, huh. Wow. And that was it. There he was, a fan, because he was so cute, and I love him.
And if he hadn't looked into that camera like
He was
that,
looking at me.
Of course he was.
I know.
But how did you feel about Bon Jovi after that? Like, were you still a fan or strictly New
Absolutely.
Kids?
I'm still a fan. If I have to list the top two bands, sometimes it's very hard to choose. It's hard to choose. I love them both. Bon Jovi's kind of fading out. They still come around, and New Kids are just love
Still
them.
going strong.
Absolutely. But I'm very excited that Bon Jovi just got into the Hall of Fame.
That's exciting.
Yeah, very
That was a
exciting.
really
Happy for them.
good.
Okay.
Great story,
I have room in
Amy.
my heart for
Yeah, it
both.
was.
Who's next?
So what's your favorite Bon Jovi song?
Living on a Prayer.
We're halfway there.
Always has been, always will be.
That's a good karaoke song.
But I just have to tell the Bon Jovi story about the concert at Foxborough Stadium in the rain. And it was pouring and thundering and lightning, and they didn't stop the show. And just to see all of those people singing Living on a Prayer at the top of their lungs, dancing in the rain, and nobody cared. And it was just one of the most surreal
at that
experiences.
My Bon Jovi concert
You were there?
was in the
I was
rain,
at that
too.
show.
It was so amazing.
I know.
Wait, how
Yeah.
long ago was that, though?
That
Was my-
concert at Foxborough Stadium?
Yeah.
That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it was around the same time that I saw my first Bon Jovi concert. It was when... So there was Giant Stadium in New Jersey, and they tore it down and built the new stadium, MetLife Stadium. And Bon Jovi was the first concert that performed at MetLife, and it was pouring rain. Was Gavin DeGraw opening?
I don't remember.
It was pouring rain, but they still
Yeah.
came out, and it was an open stadium just like that
Right.
because it's a football stadium. And they still everybody was like, ah.
Yeah, that
and
was just the best
all
part
that.
of it. My husband says, oh no, some of our friends that were with us, they were also at our wedding, and they like to comment that was the happiest that they've seen me other than my wedding day. Was how, because I'm just halfway there.
There's something
I
about
know.
that song just
It
resonates
is.
with
It is.
everybody. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everyone
Amazing.
can relate and just let their inner Jersey girl out.
Well, you're from New Jersey, so
That's right.
I have
He's a Patriots fan,
he is
not a Giants
He
fan.
is, I know.
Spotted him in
That's
that
right.
box in the Super Bowl next to Donnie.
Yep. Yep. I have family that lives in Freehold, so when I was 14 and we went down there, I snuck off with my cousin to Seaside Heights, where Bon Jovi was known to hang out back in the day.
T-shirt time.
Yeah, and I wanted so badly to find them, and all I found was a cutout, but, I tried.
It's t-shirt time.
Oh, because now you watch it.
I'm excited. I know what all these phrases mean. GTL.
GTO.
Gym Tan Laundry.
Cabs are here.
Get it. Get it.
Wait. Michelle can do that accent, though, because Paulie's from Rhode Island. What? Paulie's from Rhode Island. Cabs are here.
Get it.
From Pawtucket.
Oh,
Cabs are here.
Cabs.
The cabs.
Like the cabs are
Like the
here.
taxi. Cabs are here.
Get it.
But see, I was not born in Rhode Island. I was born in
You were born in Massachusetts. Okay. You're
I'm
forgetting.
not really from Rhode Island.
Okay. Because his accent is something.
All right. Who would like to tell the next story in our campfire series? Maybe we should spin the bottle.
I'll go next.
Thank you, Jackie.
Jackie, the tender Taurus. I'm tender. Oh, I'm tender, all right. Tender love. Anyway, so my story is the first time in my memory that I met Donnie Wahlberg.
I'm ready for this.
Picture this. The year was 2012.
I'm there.
the scene was Carnival Cruises.
Oh, hey.
My first New Kids on the Block
I
cruise.
can feel the ocean, smell it, taste it, and hear it.
I went by myself because I really wanted to go. Didn't know anybody, didn't know anything, and had boarded the cruise, and I was on my way up to the Lido deck, and coming down the stairs was Donnie Wahlberg,
DW himself.
literally on the cruise for like
I'd pee myself.
a half an hour, and here he is coming down the stairs with security and people, but just happened to look up, and there he was, and I must have just stopped in shock, and he waved hello. And kept it moving, but I was like, OMG, I just saw Donnie Wahlberg.
He was just right there.
He was just right there. But it gets better. The last night was a GPS theme night, and I decided to represent my parents' home country of Ghana, West Africa. So I had like a tee that said Ghana with like its emblem, and I had a skirt that was made of this material called kente cloth. It's like a particular pattern, particular to Ghana, and a head wrap. So I really looked like I was coming from the country, coming from the motherland. Donnie came up to the backstage, and I just saw his eyes go, whoosh, and he pointed at me, and his bodyguard Earl led me up to the little mini stage, and there I was dancing with Donnie. What? I know. It was great.
That's amazing.
And I'll never forget it because the song was Rihanna, We Found Love in a Hopeless Place. And I was just like, I can't believe this is happening. This is amazing.
Dancing with DW.
Was he supple?
His hands are very soft and supple.
Yes, they
By
are.
the way, he has the softest hands
He has
ever.
very
really?
tender
He has
hands.
the softest hands.
I have not touched his hands.
They are soft.
Donnie, I would like to touch your hands, please.
Mm-hmm.
With permission.
No, he didn't pull me up. Earl helped me up. But there was a whole bunch of other fans up there dancing as well. Being that I was by myself, I gave my camera at the time to someone I had been hanging out with. But I guess the camera kind of froze up. So now the pictures came out. But I do remember there was a French girl by me who kept bumping me, by the way. I was like, But I searched YouTube when we got back, and I found her video of both of us on the stage. But it's really a video of her. But I'm there.
But you know what? It's like the moment is going to be in your memory forever.
Exactly.
Okay, people.
Exactly.
The year's 2012.
The year's 2012.
Jackie's up on the stage dancing with
Donnie
Donnie
Wahlberg
Wahlberg.
with
You've got
Rihanna in the
footage. I think
background.
you do. I think you need to send it to us.
Yes, this
Jackie
French
would
girl's
like to see it.
YouTube is
Find that
about to
French
blow
girl's
up.
YouTube.
Oh, I have it. I know where it is. I will share it.
But
I would
there
like to
may
see that.
be other footage.
Oh,
Unseen footage.
Yes.
That's what I'm asking for. I would like you to look at your stuff.
Rihanna song, GPS night.
Jackie is wearing a t-shirt with, like she said,
I'll give a picture. I will be forever grateful.
Jill hunts stuff down. She should be the Sagittarius.
Oh,
You want something found? You want something found? Jill will find it.
okay.
She's on it already.
All right, Jill.
She's already on it. She doesn't
Make
even
it
know it, but
happen.
she's on it. That was an awesome
That was
story,
amazing.
Jackie.
Thank you,
So
Jackie.
could you send us a picture
I'll
that we
send
could
you
put
a
on the
picture.
website?
Yes, absolutely.
Nice. Could you send us a picture of one of your early New Kids on the Block pictures?
The earliest I have is all the ones on the motorcycle.
I'm gonna just post the motorcycle.
The most amazing story.
because I love that picture, and I look at it frequently.
The rat tail sticking out of the helmet.
Who would like to go next?
I'll go.
Yay! It's Jenny from the block.
So I'm going to talk about my most recent New Kid experience, which is my Joe show in LA. So I prepped myself before I went, and I was like, you're flying to LA to see Joe. Like, this is a big deal. It's not like the cruise where it's like a 4-day thing. No, I'm like flying to LA for 2.5 days to see Joe. So I prepped myself, and because I had VIP, and I was like, you're going to talk to him. Because every other time I get around Joe, I'm like, "Meh, freeze. I don't know what to say. I just give him a hug and move on. You're talking to Joe. So there was an agreement with all the girls in line where we said, if you can record my experience when I go, and everybody passed their phones along. So I was second to last in line to meet him. So the girl behind me recorded my experience, and I was wearing my sweatshirt that had Joe's silhouette on it. So when Joe was greeting everyone, he had open arms to give everyone a hug to start off. So I walked up to him to give him a hug, and then he didn't hug me. And he just stopped and he looked at me, but he looked at my shirt. And he realized that it was him on the shirt. Aww. So he was like, oh, he like kind of moved his head back and forth and looked at it and was like, oh, hey. And I was like, oh yeah, that's you. I was like, do you see it? Can you tell that that's you? And I said the dumbest thing. I was like, look, I think they got your hair. Like, and I did this thing with my hands because his hair is always kind of like this wave type thing.
I love it.
And I love it.
I don't ever change it.
No, I love it.
Please keep it that way.
Don't change.
So when he saw that it was him, he was like, oh, that's awesome. And then I was like, all right, I have to talk. But I kind of word vomited a lot, but it was like a minute worth of conversation. So I'm okay with it. So I said, oh, I'm Jen. I came from Jersey to meet you. And he's like, oh, really? How long are you here for? And I was like, oh, I'm just here for 2 days. And then the photographer was just like waiting to take the photo because she was like trying to move it. So then I went to stand next to him and he put his arm around me to take the photo. But when he put his arm around me, he looked down at my face and he said, I like your dimples.
Oh, man.
I was done. Like,
See you later.
life complete. Because first of all, what's going through my head in that moment when he said, I like your dimples, I was like, he looked at me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he looked at my face.
You're a person.
And he
saw
saw
you.
my dimples. He saw me. He saw me. Right. So he said, I like your dimples. And then we posed for the photo. And then as soon as the photo was over, word vomit resumed. And I was like, oh, by the way, I was like, I work in Tribeca. And I know you're moving, to New York soon. And I was like, maybe I'll bump into you walking through Tribeca one day. But don't worry, I'm not going to stalk you. Like, that part came out and I should have avoided that part. But it came out anyway. And he just laughed. And then I was like, oh, you seem extra. I remember the whole conversation, by the way. This is like memory. My memory is amazing.
I watched it like 20 times, just so you know.
So did I. So then I was like, oh, you seem extra tall today. And he's like, oh, it's because I'm standing on this slope. And then it was almost like we were like kind of like dancing. He was like, look, if I stand back here. And he like slid back. But he kept putting his hands on my back. He's like, look, if I stand back here, I'm shorter. We were dancing in my brain.
Dancing.
So when I like made a little dirty dancing, when I took like because I don't have photos, so I took like a few screenshots of my video, and in some of the screenshots, it literally looks like we're dancing the way we're moving.
Let's put it together in a GIF.
Yes. I don't know how to do that because I suck at technology, so I'm totally gonna give them to you, and you can do that. So we were doing that, and he's like, oh, but if I stand back here, then I don't seem as tall. And we were just laughing, whatever. And I was like, oh, I'm really excited about the show tonight. And that was the end of it. But I left there like life made. Like first crush, he likes my dimples, done.
And he talked to you.
And he talked to me. It wasn't like, sometimes in the meet and greets, especially the cruise. Cruise is definitely faster than tour. Tour, you get a little bit more. But on the cruise, it's so fast. So, like, we actually spoke. Like, my video is 53 seconds long. So I'm like, 53 seconds? That's way better than just, like, walking by and the hug and the pat on the back. And, right, he took the time and he actually spoke to me. So it made my trip totally worth it. So I think has to be one of my best memories now.
This is why we love you, Joe.
That's why I love Joe.
I love it.
First crush, life complete.
All right. Do we have another story? Another little experience to share. Michelle has one. Oh, you need to wait for it. Okay. Maria.
Kim.
I was thinking of the night with the hats, your New York hats.
Oh, when you had your Statue of Liberty hat?
That was such a good night. It was Maria's brainchild to represent New York City, was to make hats of the New York City skyline. So you did the Chrysler Building.
But I went to your house.
Oh, yeah. That story, too.
I mean, that's pretty
It was
cool
like
that...
some
the arts and crafts of making those hats was pretty fun. And like we went to your house and we were drawing, and just like the whole back and forth of the creativity. I think I still have my hat.
Oh yeah, it was like a big production just to even get the hats on the cruise, because we had to carry that on very carefully.
I was just trying to figure out how to make this. I was looking at the internet, and I saw, for New York, what can I represent? There's so many things, and I thought, I was like, what if we stick out? If we put some lights or something, like stick out. That year, everybody, when we walked out on the GPS night, everybody had them damn glow sticks, and I was like, well, now we can't stick out.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. All the glow sticks.
But I remember I was like, okay, I'll be the Chrysler Building, because I think that's like one of my favorite buildings in New York. And my dad in Ecuador is an architect. And so I was like, listen, you've got to help me create this. And he was useless. He was like, well, you're going to have to get some plaster and doing like, and I was like, no, dude, this has to be on top of my head. It has to go through TSA. It has to make it through 3 nights of partying. It has to be light. It has to light up, and it has all these requirements, and you're going to have to make it. And he's like, I really did search how the Chrysler Building was built. Oh my gosh. And I just looked into the history of how it was just like they built the top of it, and then they went down, and it's sort of like dome, like the Pantheon in Italy and stuff like that. And so I was like, I'm gonna take that concept, and and then I learned so much about New York. It was so awesome doing that project, because there was like the battles of who can build a skyscraper and who had the tallest one in the world, and all that stuff, and the spikes, and so I mean, I just love that.
It was fun.
Real fun.
And I was the Freedom Tower. So
that was pretty cool.
Talk about that night, which was
oh my God,
like one of the best.
I had a really short dress, and I did not expect to be pulled up on stage.
Exactly. So that's where I'm going with that.
Lord. Sorry, the girls. Sorry. I was getting down. I mean, I was on stage with Donnie Wahlberg dancing. Please, I'm gonna get down and dance. But
the moment was when Donnie was on one of the small stages, and he saw the hats, and he pointed at
John
us.
saw the hats too.
I know, I was gonna say that too. But first it was Donnie, and he pointed at us and said like this. So then security, I think, helped us get through the crowd. And not everybody is, friendly when you're approached and want to get on stage. So that was kind of awkward. But we got up there, and we were just standing right next to him dancing. It was like, oh my God, you're standing right next to Donnie Wahlberg dancing. How am I was
more happy for you, because it was like, what if we get on stage with Donnie Wahlberg? I was like, I don't know if that's gonna happen. It's just like, it happens. It doesn't. And
that was fun.
I'm so happy that you got on.
Yep. And
your face was priceless. Your face is priceless.
And thank God, we had some pictures of that and video. And the whole time, actually, he was like signing stuff and holding up flags and putting necklaces on.
He was holding up the Marine Corps flag. I was like, yes!
Oh!
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And then I was
awesome.
calling him I'm a Marine for some reason or other. I was just like, what?
So that was one part. And then later, it was way later in the night when we got up north towards the stage, and John saw the hats, and he pointed directly at it and said like, that's cool, or like really pointed. So that was a good moment. And that also reminds me of doing the wobble in those hats.
So we were just like,
going it was left just so much fun. It was just such a fun night. And then the light sticks and the music, the whole experience is just so much fun.
The cruise is always so much fun.
Oh gosh, love it.
There we go.
That's our story. Yay! It was a good time.
Hey, hold on, I've got something to say. Hold on. What up, you? You had sent me a text a little while ago of some of the designs.
Oh Lord!
And you wore that shirt.
Yep.
Oh my God, that was a project. Yeah,
that was kind of a nightmare, to be honest.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, so we're gonna go and we're gonna put on these. We're gonna replicate. What tour was that?
The T-shirts that they wore during the
total
Total package.
What came first, package or total package? Package tour. And they were the black and white T-shirts.
I was like, well, that's simple enough. If we get just
simple.
T-shirts,
oh my God,
and we get them printed. I mean, yeah, we'll go to print shop, get them printed, and then I was like, and then we had glitter on it because I had to bedazzle it. Yeah, I was just like, just get me the T-shirts you want, and I'll go to get it done, and the whole idea was like a whole process. But yeah, I was like, okay, so we're gonna get the T-shirts, and we're going to get the, what was it? The little wristbands. We're gonna have a little Rockettes head, and I had to draw everything out because, like it's sort of like I have to vision it in order for me to like make it happen. So I guess like a vision board or whatever. But I had a book.
You wore with the sequins, it looked like a little like tap dancer type outfit.
And then we wore it for our photo op.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And then I had Jordan sign it.
I didn't wear that short skirt for the photo op.
No. I wore like
for sail away, and then I think I wore leggings with the T-shirt.
Yeah, I wore like white pants.
And then I did end up having a couple of signatures. How did I get signatures?
I got Danny's signature on it. I got Jordan's signature on it.
I got Donnie's and Jordan's.
Did they know what it was?
Well,
yeah.
Yes, Donnie did say.
Yeah, but they saw it when we were on the sail away, and we were like, and I was just like, Jordan, look, like we got the shirt, and he's like, oh yay! I was like, oh my God, he saw it. Mission accomplished. Because I just wanted him to see like efforts that
so much
I
fans
recognized this, and I made this because you wore it.
Yeah,
and it's awesome.
And we enjoyed the show and your talent and artistry and whatnot, and so yeah, like I guess sort of the imitation is the highest form of flattery. I guess. So something like that.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I had a whole binder, and I was like, this is what we're going to do. and then I started drawing it. And
Maria was the creativity director. Absolutely.
I'm taking notes. I've seen it. That's very creative.
Wow, it's amazing.
You know what? Honestly, it's my outlet.
No,
that
outfit you made for Millennium Night, like the white night on Backstreet Boy. That was something.
The Millennium Falcon.
Kevin was impressed.
Oh, yay!
Brody loved it.
Oh, yay!
He goes, are you going to dress up like the Millennium Falcon, too?
And you know what?
It doesn't really work like that.
You know what the bonus of that outfit was? Personal space.
Yes. Yes. No one. I could barely get up on myself on it in it. I kept bumping into walls like, oh, excuse me. But honestly, I really, really look forward to the theme nights. One, to see what other fans do, but it really like gets my creative juices flowing, and it's like a little mini hobby project, and it
gives you something to do also.
Yeah,
something to do.
Yeah, and you know what?
It's therapeutic. 9
times out of 10, the guys never see it.
Right.
But it's the satisfaction of, I had a vision and I was able to execute it.
Yeah.
And have fun wearing it. So,
yeah, I love it. I appreciate it.
Yes.
You appreciate it. Like
yeah.
Selena thing.
Maria's Selena costume was
amazing.
Amazing. You've seen that
Your
one too,
Janet
right?
Jackson costume.
Yeah. I remember seeing Jackie in the Janet Jackson before I officially met Jackie.
Oh.
I remember you walked by me and I was like, instantly I knew, and I was like, hey, Janet. And you're like, hey.
5, 4. Yes.
Like, I knew immediately what it was, but I didn't even know Jackie then, but I just saw her.
So cool.
Yes,
cool.
I enjoy it. So give us good themes, new kids, if you're listening.
Oh, yeah, we need those coming soon.
So we can have time to
exactly.
Yeah, it would be cool to be like have a little bit more time, because could you imagine what would get created?
Like last year with Blockhead Ball, imagine they had given us Blockhead Ball like a month before, what would we have done?
Yeah.
With such little time. But they gave us like a long time to think about it, because I think a lot of people were confused on what to do with that. They were like, is it a ball gown? Do I wear new kid stuff? So it gave time to like put that together.
Yeah, like I'm all over different ideas in my head until there's one that really like kind of sparks of like a flame for me. And for Blockhead Ball, I was really stumped on that one, and I made a T-shirt dress because they said use one of your items that you have for it, ideally, or use some of your New Kids gear or something.
Like incorporate like New Kids into like a ball.
Right.
Because there's always like one like dress up night.
Right.
So
and to be quite
night,
and there wasn't too many New Kids items I was willing to sacrifice for a theme night. But there was a shirt that they gave us for like, Block Nation membership or something that I would No, that one I tried to use, but it was way too stretchy. It was like an old school New Kids type shirt with all their faces, and I was willing to sacrifice that because it wasn't my favorite. Sorry. And
it looked great because it was black. First of all,
it was black, and the first attempt, I got feedback from my co-creator, Maria. She was like, I don't know about that, and then I changed the color of the tulle that I used on it because I think I had like pink, trying to make it very 80s, and she was like, yeah.
Did you end up using that same tool for your flamingo outfit for neon?
No, I just had a pink tutu anyway. But I have a nice little art supply closet going for when themes come out. But I Googled like, can you turn a T-shirt into a dress? And it was something online where literally you just pull the top half of your body through the collar of the shirt and use the arms and tie it in the back. And the arms weren't going to go across my back, so I added tulle to the end of the arms to create more of a bow effect in the back. Yeah. And then, the shirt was kind of short, so I added tulle at the bottom to make it a little bit longer, and voila, a dress. And then I made it a halter,
That's brilliant.
So,
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Voila. So, yeah. But would I have ever thought to do something like that?
See me with a collection of like everyone's ideas. Do you like the costume?
Yeah.
Remember that episode that we talked about this?
Yeah. So now I know going forward, if someone steals my clothes on the beach, as long as I can find a T-shirt, I could turn it into a dress and walk home.
Hey.
A negative to a positive.
That's
so
right.
resourceful.
That's right. Lady MacGyver in the house.
Maybe you could do a costumes episode, actually.
Oh, that would be
Costumes
fun.
block party.
Oh, yeah. People send in your favorite.
So listen, if you're listening and you have a costume, it doesn't matter what costume. If you dressed up
Or if you like someone's costume.
let's talk about it. Send it in. We'll find them.
Theme nights. Send us the
Jenny's
costumes.
Joey dress.
Yes, because there are many people who
my
do
Joey
stop.
dress.
Who do stop I do and say, oh my God, I love your
I do
outfit.
too.
Can I take a picture with you or can I take a picture of you?
Remember the one night stand? That was hilarious. One night stand costume. It was like a nightstand around the girl. Like she looked like a nightstand. Yeah. That was hilarious. If you're listening,
That's going to be awesome though, to get like a bunch of people's photos from their past theme nights and just see what everyone has come up with, because it's impossible to see everybody's photo when you're like walking through. So that would be really cool to see.
So send them to mysocalledwhatever@gmail.com and we'll do a whole episode on it.
Cool. Yeah.
We'll start promoting that. I like that idea. That was a good idea. Good job, Kim.
is it Michelle's turn?
I think it is.
It is Michelle.
Is that gonna reach?
It's Michelle.
No, you're good.
I drank my whole drink. Oh, it was cupcake.
Are you ready?
Here we go.
Ready? You're up.
So my story is the first time I met Jordan. And I touched a little bit about on it.
I thought she was saying I touched a little bit of butt.
I did kiss his ear.
Yeah, you did.
But anyway, accident. I'm sorry, Jordan.
Did you get? Yeah. Did you obtain consent?
I'm sorry. Wink, wink. So I touched a little bit upon the story of how I came across the ticket in my friendship story. How Amy helped me get the ticket because I was broke. So she came through for me, but I paid her back. So this was when he did his solo tour for his Unfinished CD, right? Was it the Unfinished CD? Yeah. And he was in New Bedford, Mass, which is in Massachusetts somewhere. Somewhere. And he had this intimate meet and greet.
Was it the brunch?
No, it was after his concert, this intimate thing. And they went on sale and we weren't able to get the tickets. So there was a waiting list. So Victor did this waiting list and you had to...
The one that I hugged?
Victor with the...
Victor.
I think so.
He's so huggable.
Yeah. Or maybe it was his brother. I don't know. But
Val.
Victor, I love Victor. He every time I see him, he tells me he will never forget me because of the story. So there was a waiting list. I put my name on it and he sent me a DM saying that they pulled my name off the waiting list. And I was like, so I was going back and forth with them. How many can I go? Do you need the money right now? Can I pay with my credit card? Blah, blah, blah. So then she's like, you have to go because you have to go. I will give you the money. I'll let you borrow it because if you don't, you may not ever get this situation again. Here we are. How many years later? And I've met him
7
lots of times.
Yeah, if only we knew back then.
I know. So she was willing to wait for me, sit in the car, read a book, sit at the bar.
You only got one ticket?
Well, we tried. We asked if it was bring a guest, and she explained to them, I'm coming with my friend. She's going to be all by herself, hoping that they would say, okay, we'll let you come in too.
And he was like, tell me, can you go? Because I really need to know. And he told me when we got to after the show, when we got to the meet and greet after the concert, he was like, oh yeah, I remember you. Oh, he's like, you driving me crazy. But he wasn't like, he was sweet. He's a sweetheart. He was really nice about it. And so that looks like a good cupcake, Nikki. And so we were in line and Jordan came out, and you know how he can be a little shy sometimes. He came out and said hello. He was still like in the meet and greet area. He came out and he said hello to everyone in line. And Amy said, what did you say to him? Because you were like,
I was trying to get myself in somehow, but I wasn't like pimping myself out. I was just, right. Can I come in too? I'm just all alone out here. I have no ticket.
And he very shyly said, "Oh," and he kind of backed in back of the tree, so no one. So
oh wait, you really said that out loud?
Yeah, she did. She's like, "Hey, can I?" So she said something to the effect
don't remember
of,
what I said.
Yeah, can I get
Trying
in?
to get in. That was the first word that Jordan Knight ever said to me. Oh.
And then he, and then he hid behind a tree. So he kind of did
Homer
one of those
Simpson
slides.
backing into the bush.
So we went in and it was really nice. It was really small. And then I was so nervous, and I met these girls from Canada. I don't remember who they were, but they were so nice and they were helping me, and 'cause I did not know anyone at the time. This was before I had any other new kids friends. And
I was peeking in the window over the fence.
Yes. And then I went to line up, and I was like, oh my God, really, really nervous. And I went up to him and I was like, hi. And he said, where are you from? And our relationship started off in a lie because I said, I'm from Providence, but that's a lie because I'm from Pawtucket. I'm from Pawtucket.
But wait, that's not where you're originally from.
Right.
Massachusetts.
Well, you could have had something in common.
Well, he asked where I lived.
From
he asked where I
Boston.
lived. So I was like, Providence. Lie number 1. That was bad. So it was not. And you know when you meet, you've been waiting since you were 16 to meet someone, and you just hope that they're not an ass. He was so sweet, and he was so shy, and I loved him still. It was magical. He's so pretty. And then afterwards he came in, and we were playing. I think we were playing some games, and he was going around every table, and then he was taking pictures with people, and then he came over, and he put his arm around me, and he bent down a little bit, took a picture, and he smelled good. And then we were leaving, and I went to go hug him bye, and I accidentally kissed his ear. And I was like,
whoops.
What? Wait, how did that accidentally happen?
Because when he bent down to hug me,
You think you're gonna kiss the cheek or
Yeah.
something?
Oh,
but
you were
get the
going in for a
ear.
kiss.
so
It
whenever
wasn't like hug and
Yeah.
your lips grazed the ear. Like you
No.
were going for a kiss.
I didn't stick out the tongue and be like, no, sorry. For some reason, I automatically, when I go in to hug someone,
You go for a kiss on the cheek.
yeah, even if it's like right up, like high up, like I did that to Joe once, and I like
The angle
landed
of the
on his
body.
shoulder.
It's never crossed my mind to like pucker up. But I need to start doing it.
Like no, even when I hug my friends. Yeah, even when I hug my friends, I kiss their cheeks.
Wait, so I wanted like a detail of like how the lips grazed the ear and then what happened.
It was like a sideways. Like I went to, like I don't know. I all I
Was
remember
it
is
soft?
feeling like the top part of his. It was the top part of his ear.
Okay.
It was kind of hard.
It was
Mine's hard. It was
Kind of
It was
hard.
hard.
hard. Not loving you. Sorry.
It's automatic. It was
It's
hard.
hard. Yeah, it was kind of cartilagey.
And from there, did
And
he
I
like,
was like,
did he notice?
I
Did
don't
he
know.
Did he
Probably
freeze?
not.
Did he say
Probably not. He
something?
probably has some weird things happen to him. So that was my story of Jordan.
That was awesome.
Thanks.
I love Jordan.
Thanks.
And I was peeking in the window, looking over the fence.
It was definitely not the last.
I just sat in the car and waited for her to be done.
Boo.
There was nothing else I could do. Like obviously, I got out of the car and I looked to see what
But you
was
know
going
what?
on.
He
I
knew
watched
you were
for a little
there,
while.
and he gave you a verbal response. He acknowledged you. That's the same thing as a meet and greet.
Yeah. I did bring a book.
Oh.
I was prepared.
Yeah.
I'm picturing that gif of Homer Simpson.
That's exactly
Into the
what I said.
bushes?
Yes. Which we tweeted to Donnie one time and mentioned, this is probably what Donnie does when he sees us, and he was like,
And he
what
said
is it?
never.
Never. I would never do that.
Yep. I was like, this is Donnie when he sees us. And then he responded with never.
So when was we were talking about the first time that we met them. When was the first time that you guys met them?
Would you like me to dive into this? Yes, because I'm chewing. So we've told this story a few times. Have we? Maybe. No, we met them before that.
Oh no, I don't think I know the story.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
I love this story.
Was it? What tour was it? Okay, so what was the tour with 98 Degrees? The package.
Package tour. That was.
I always say that because let me tell you, when Nick Lachey comes at you, you just melt right there.
Yes, you do.
That's what happens.
That's a package I'm here for.
Jenny is our resident MSCW expert. Jenny, have we ever talked about the first time that we met New Kids on the Block at the package tour
You were wearing the skirt was the total package.
when they
tour.
herded us in like cattle,
Yes, you talked about herding like cattle. You did.
where I almost passed out?
And where we didn't know what we were doing.
Right. And you didn't know about the groups and that finding the whole group thing on Facebook
Okay.
and like planning it in advance.
And our group fell apart at the last minute, as they do.
Yeah, I don't really remember, but I
Did
do
you
remember.
both stand with Joe?
No, she stood with Jordan and I stood with Joe.
But you didn't talk to him, right? Like to Joe, you couldn't talk to him. And then Brooke was like something about Brooke is gonna stand with him with you for something else. And then she was gonna start the conversation to start talking to him so that you could talk to him.
That was the second time.
Okay.
That was
Yeah.
this past one.
This past one because I talked to Joe.
Right.
And
It's kind of like that awkwardness of that guy that you like, that like,
yeah.
and you're in the hallway, like you really want to go talk to him, but you can't get up the guts, so you like pretend to like look at something else.
But it's exactly what I did on this tour. Like, I get to Jordan and John spoke to me. So when I get to Joe, I say nothing and I just stand there.
Yeah.
I could not talk to Jordan. I can't talk to Jordan.
I can flash Jordan.
What? Oh yeah.
Hey. What?
Accidentally flash her.
Accidentally.
Was this quote?
Accidentally
Marks
flash
accidentally.
Jordan.
End quote.
Let
He
me
was like,
throw that in there.
How did you flash Jordan?
So on this past cruise, I decided I was going to stand with Jordan because I never stood with Jordan before. And I was wearing this dress that was like a ruffly front and like a V-neck, and it had a snap right in the center. Like it snapped closed. When I got up to him and I put my arms out to give him a hug, the snap busted open. And I went, oh, shoot, my dress just busted open. And he looked at it and he was like, oh, don't go flashing everybody now. And then
JK.
And then before you know it, they're already like taking the photo. So I'm trying to like snap it really fast. And I just have the worst face because it's the fakest smile. Like, oh, I have to close my dress and smile. And he has that like JK squinty smirk.
Yes.
But yeah, accidentally flashed Jordan.
So the moral of the story is
Wear dresses with snaps in the front. So
do not wear snaps. Oh,
if
you want
I didn't do it on
attention.
purpose.
Right.
I
Just
love
like-
the dress.
Just like I don't slap booties on purpose.
No, you just slide your hand under them.
Hand.
Asses fall in your hand. Asses.
Well, I think that's the next accident supposed to happen. Jordan's ass is gonna accidentally fall in Michelle's hand.
So we talked about our experience
Yes.
and that I almost passed out
Yes.
because it was very hot.
Oh, okay.
And
This
he
is when
rubbed
you-
my back.
Oh.
And it was very
And it was
sweaty.
sweat.
And I was like, please don't. Like, I didn't want him to because I was like, he's going to get so grossed out by that.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
was, I think he could tell that.
You
They
were
know
nervous?
that when you're nervous, they know that. I think they've been exposed, and I think they've been around the block enough to understand. that.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
And they understand that you've been waiting out there for a long time
Right.
in the heat or whatever condition
I
it
hadn't
is.
eaten, and I'd had 2 Cape Cods. And I was
It's just
Cape
when
Cod that I learned is a
Cape
vodka
Cod,
cranberry
vodka cranberry.
with a fancy name.
But I will tell you after, I don't think we have talked about this afterwards. It was like instant regret. Like it was like
You feel like you wasted the moment.
I felt like I wasted the moment. I felt like I could have said more, and like
You guys were really upset about your first meet and greet.
I was really upset about
I
it.
said, I've done it. I'm never doing it again.
I cried on the way home because I thought that was it. I had my chance. I will never ever see Joe McIntyre again, and I never got to tell him how much he meant to me.
Little did we know. But
Little did we know.
also, part of it, like the girl
You
that-
guys were the only ones when you guys were telling us in line,
Yeah.
and then you guys were like prepping us. Hey, this is what you guys need to do. And you were so good to us, like telling us, okay,
Wait, what was the advice?
Oh, they told us everything. They were like,
Just
okay,
like how
so
the
this is what
process
you're going to
supposed
do.
to
And
go.
Like advice for people that haven't met them before. What was your advice for Nikki and Brooke?
well, that we were going to be able to spend time with each one. We didn't know that.
Oh, because in your first meet and greet, you went straight to Joe, and Brooke went straight to Jordan. You didn't stop at the other guys. I remember that.
nobody else
Jordan
really stopped
me
either.
when I was going because I was like, fuck
Right.
this.
I remember
For
that.
Joe, like, I just,
You didn't know that you get
No.
to talk to each of them and hug each of
I
them on the
didn't
way
know
down.
It was a
that.
cluster.
No.
Well,
When you couldn't, they were rushing you.
Right.
a lot of
They were
people-
like, go, 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 go. Now go, 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 go.
Person and take your picture, and that's it.
It's like, yeah, I'm standing this one person, but maybe it's not necessarily even the person that you wanted. So you want to at least get to say hi to everybody.
Right. That's the
Right,
thing.
yeah.
and
There's
I think
5 components to
Right.
the band.
I think people that have never done it before, or maybe it was a cluster, they don't realize that when you line up, if you're
You gotta go in the right order.
you have to line up in the right order, so you not only get the chance to hug everyone, say hi to everyone, but you get to stand with who you want. And the last with the bar stools, doing a little, investigative research online, I knew that you might have a little more time to talk to them at this meet and greet on stage, because it looked like people were having like longer. They say that this past tour, they had their meet and greets weren't as rushed. They had time to talk.
They
to
were
them.
wonderful.
Yes,
And we
it
were
was-
one of the last ones.
Like
We
I
were
had a
we had a
conversation
lot of
with
time.
John.
Yes, we were the last. We were the very last group. But it was great. Yeah, you weren't rushed. You actually had a conversation.
Yeah.
And being the last group was.
The first time I met Jordan, the other Jordan girl had met him like 72 times. Or more. And she
was nice.
She was very nice. Wicked nice girl. I don't know how she afforded it. I didn't ask. But like he had a relationship, like he knew her. So he had right. So their picture, in the picture, I'm next to Jordan and she's next to Jordan and she's like muckled onto him and I'm like there, like, hey.
The girl that I was with, I was so nervous. I couldn't talk. She didn't even know me, never had met me. So I went and she found out it was the first time that I was meeting Joe. And so when we went up, and this was her opportunity to talk to Joe, she looked at him and said, this is her first time ever meeting you. And she's like, this is amazing. Like she was using her moment. And then it just made me even melt down even more. Like I couldn't function.
That's the good part of the blockhead community.
I mean, what the hell, you girl? I never got to say. I'll post a picture of you. Maybe somebody knows you. You were amazing. She was so nice.
That's awesome.
But Brooke's experience, I thought, holy cow, we're never going to do this again.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, she was really, really, really sweet and really nice. And she was excited that it was my first time meeting him. But I'm like the weirdo on the other side of him, like.
I'm just waiting for the day where I get a selfie that I just look at and go, wow, that actually came out really nice.
Anybody else have a story they'd like to? So let's wrap it up. Well, thank you for joining the special podcast.
Yeah, totally.
And
Totes my
Thank
goats,
you for having us.
folks.
This might be a little late.
It's going to be worth it.
It probably will be a little late. That's all right.
Wait. Can we talk about the cocaine ladies for a second? Because we didn't.
Oh, yeah.
So Nikki made us the cocaine ladies that we talked about the other day. And, you're still drinking. I've been done for like an hour. Yeah, mine's been long gone. And it tastes like a mudslide, but not frozen. It was delicious. It was like a dessert.
Yes.
Thank you.
That was good.
Cocktail.
I'm so glad you got to experience the cocaine lady with me.
What is that?
The blocktail cocktail.
Blocktail. Oh, we should come up with that recipe. That's patented. Don't steal it. Nobody can steal it right now. We're coming up with that recipe.
What is
Put
it?
that patent on it.
The
blocktail
cocktail.
Could you?
If you steal it, we're gonna know it was you.
Could you get?
We will find you. I'm a Sagittarius. I will hunt you down.
People to come up with the blocktail cocktail.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Somebody come up with
has
the,
to be like
the
blue.
recipe.
I'm thinking blue.
Blue.
Why? Because it starts with BL.
I saw blue first, but it might have been your microphone. You know how sometimes, like when you're talking,
Yeah, but
you
you
say
can't.
something,
I
you
can't
see a
crop
color.
that.
Does
Right.
anybody else
Yeah,
do that?
no, I get you. No, like when you have like a soda and a water, and in your head you're gonna take a sip of the soda, and then you take a sip of the water, expecting soda, and then it's that was water, and it surprises you. Is that weird, or that's just me, or that happens? to
No,
other
because
people?
that happened to me today. Remember with the watermelon?
Yes,
I was expecting something. I put it in my mouth. It was
not.
definitely
She
not.
put it in her mouth.
So delicious. It was not delicious.
No.
Yeah, you can't. Nikki,
You just can't.
vicious. She's so
So
suspicious.
yeah.
I remember looking at him going, holy shit, he's way hotter in real life than I thought he was going to be.
Yep.
Like, he was hotter in real life. He was hotter in real life than
Joe?
he was. Yes.
Oh, Joe is totally better looking in real life.
I couldn't get over it. It was just exceeded my expectations.
But like when you see him in person, he's just
really
like,
nice.
Took my breath away. That's
eyes
probably why I was going to pass
sparkle,
out.
And
I
his
can't-
smile,
I
Like
can't
peanut butter.
and the quaff.
Took my breath away.
Queef. I can't talk to him when I look at him because of his eyes.
His eyes just
Who, Joe?
penetrate you.
Yeah.
I can't talk.
I can't talk to
I
Jordan
can talk to
either.
Jordan.
I can have a conversation with Donnie. I can joke around with him.
Like, I can't really talk to
Whatever.
Donnie.
Jordan,
And I can't talk to
no.
Jordan.
No, Donnie was like, ow. And I was like, and Bert, you go, he's fine.
And but
thought
John,
I heard
I
him.
can. I love talking to John,
Oh, me too. I do too.
and I could talk to
Is
Joe.
he still-
All right. So we're driving home. We're on our way home. The mic is here, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm assuming so.
That was a fun weekend.
It was a fun weekend.
We are tired.
We are pretty tired.
We had a great time, though.
We did have a good time.
With some awesome friends.
Yeah.
It was the main event.
It was the main event. It was the MSCW main event.
Sure was. So, hopefully you enjoyed our episode.
Yeah, we're sorry that it got out a little late, but so far people have been very understanding after I posted.
Well, we're human.
Yeah. Yeah. We won't let it go too far, but I'm a little tired, and I'm thinking this is probably going to happen during the cruise too, unless we start planning episodes ahead. And in order to do that, we need some stories, guys.
We need stories. We need block party stories. We need some new kid stories.
We need some new kid stories. We need every story.
80s and 90s stories.
You could just be sitting in your car and be like, hey, you know what? I got a story to tell you.
Or listening to the radio. Maybe you're listening to 90s on 9 and a song comes on and you're like, wow, this reminds me of my high school dance.
This reminds me of playing Spin the Bottle.
Right. Like, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Spill the beans, folks.
7 minutes in heaven.
My so-called whatever at gmail.com.
That's where you do it. That's where you send them.
And, speaking of sending us stories.
Yeah.
We have a really cool episode coming up soon.
We do. It's pretty amazing.
We're going to be recording with Lisa.
Lisa.
From Always in the Club.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. We are doing a Mickey Mouse Club episode.
You guys asked for it.
We deliver.
Well, Lisa delivered.
Lisa's doing the delivery.
Lisa's doing the delivery. And if you guys aren't familiar with Always in the Club, you got to go on Twitter. You got to go on Facebook. You got to go and follow on Twitter and join the Facebook page. Whoa, this is a heavy turn.
This is a sharp
Brooke
turn.
is driving. She's driving.
And so go check her out.
Yeah. Well, it's the Always in the Club is actually run and founded by Dale. He's a former Mouseketeer.
Yeah.
So you can check him out too.
So
Lisa's gonna do the episode with us.
Yeah, we're excited to have her.
Yeah.
So if you have any Mickey Mouse Club stories
or questions,
you
got a question?
Send
You got
it
a question? I think somebody has a question.
Memories?
I feel like somebody just said, "Oh my god!"
I've always wanted to know. ... Question mark. Fill in that ... Send it to my so-called whatever at gmail.com.
Yeah, you gotta do it quick though.
Because
she's gonna be on soon.
We're recording really soon.
Yeah, so we'll be. You gotta do it.
You got like 3 days. Send it in.
You got like a week.
Yeah.
Maybe. 3 days.
So send it in, and hey, maybe you have the party. Hey, you know what? I have a the party story that I might share on that episode.
I think you should.
I'm gonna find my pictures, and I think I'm gonna share that story.
There's a lot of roadkill.
There is a lot of roadkill.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt this public service announcement.
It's a bad day for woodland critters on I-95.
It really, really is.
So, yeah, we got that coming up, so send it in.
Please, and thank you. So, also, Patreon.
Yes. Hey guys, I gotta tell you, the content from this weekend, gold,
pure gold.
So you can head on over to Patreon.
I've got like, I haven't edited it yet, but there's gonna be a lot of content.
Oh my gosh,
ladies and gentlemen. So strap in, buckle up, and become a Patreon member. Patreon peep. Every little bit helps us. And for, I think it's like $2 or more per month, you get bonus content. You get lots of bonus content.
Yeah.
And if you're a $10 and up peep, get our new charm bracelets.
Right.
So, yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of exciting.
I think so too.
But it helps us in a huge way.
Yeah.
Because we're able to upgrade equipment like we've done recently.
Yeah, we were able to use it this weekend.
Right. And it allows us to be more mobile and kind of do some fun things, and hopefully you enjoy it. And it also helps to run the podcast.
It sure does.
Yeah. So we really appreciate it. 100% of the money goes right back into it.
Yep. That's what we do. We invest it right back into that podcast. So if you want to do that, you can go. Did you already say that?
Nope.
Oh, you can go on our website and go to donate. And on the donate page, we have a place where you can see our beloved charities that we like. But you can also see Patreon, and you click on Patreon, and then you can do what you want to do. Or you can also go to patreon.com/mysocalledwhatever. One word.
No spaces, all lower.
Another thing, speaking of beloved charities, if you also want to support us, you can do so by shopping at our store. And you can not only support us, but you can also support some fantastic charities. Like
Such as Generation Rescue.
Generation Rescue.
All of our We Are All Donny Girls merchandise. $5 more from each item goes direct to Generation Rescue.
That is the truth. And our My So-Called Whatever merchandise, logo only merchandise, except for the stickers.
Correct.
$5 or more goes to Remember Betty.
Yep. So head on over.
Support us, support some charities, get some swag, get some cruise merch.
Yes. That cruise merch, let me tell you.
From our MSCW cruise squad. We're getting ready. We're getting prepped. It's going to be real fun. So, I think that's all that we have for...
Yeah.
Oh, should we talk about the Facebook group?
What about it?
Well, I just want to do a disclaimer.
Yeah, do it.
That, if you're in our Facebook group, we're really trying... We promote positivity, okay? In the Facebook group. And anywhere. Twitter, whatever. Our Facebook group especially, we are still getting quite a few new members coming in. And we just want to remind people that if you see something you don't like, just keep scrolling.
Yeah, just scroll on by.
Yeah. And you could actually perform the same task in other elements of your life and Facebook. Just keep scrolling. Or just keep swimming, like Dora said.
That's right.
Just don't bog yourself down. It's not worth it.
Right.
It's not worth the debate.
Right.
And sometimes things can get very misinterpreted, even if you write them, and you think that, they can just get taken out of context.
Absolutely. It's very hard when you're, in text,
Right.
to understand someone's intention.
Right.
It might be coming from funny, they might be trying to make it funny.
Exactly. And so if you do see something that, has been completely offensive. Right. And you feel the need that you want to respond back to it and be like, no, that's not right or whatever. Report it to one of the admin on
Right.
My So-Called. You can find a list of our admin in that pinned post that's on the Facebook group.
Right.
So please do that. We
Just
appreciate
report
it. Yeah.
To one of us.
Right. Because that's much better for us to know. And then we'll take care of it. Rather than, it's just easier. A lot less messy.
A lot less messy.
Right. Yeah. So let's be positive this week. Summertime for most of us.
Getting there.
It's not summertime in Australia, right?
Nope.
It is not.
It is.
So our Australian listeners,
Coming into winter.
It is not summertime, but it is summertime for us, and we are pumped. Think about you in the summertime. Oh. So that be that.
That's that. So
let me just check my notes here. I think that was it. Let me check my notes. That's it. As always, we do really appreciate your phone calls to the party line. So keep on calling that party line. We appreciate it.
And if you don't know what to say, just say hi.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to be putting on quite a few messages. People just called and said hello and told us what they were doing and, maybe what they were eating. And,
what are you watching?
Yeah.
What's your favorite song this week?
Yeah, exactly.
That's fun. We
Yeah,
like that stuff.
right. So if you want to give us a call, you can call us at 857-271-1047. Once again, that's 857-271-1047. Give us a call. Leave us a message. Hey, heck,
Sing us a song.
we might even pick up one of these times. You just never know.
You never
never know. I might be like, hey, what's going on? I'm on my lunch break. What's going on? Don't let that deter you, though. If you don't want to talk to me, you can just say, I'm just calling, leave a message. I'll hang up. So, yeah, give us a call. Leave us a message. We like playing those. They're fun.
They are fun.
Yeah. And also, as always, iTunes reviews help us.
Oh my gosh.
We want to get, if you like our stuff, we really appreciate those reviews. So go on in, leave us a review.
We're trying to get to 100 reviews.
We're pretty close.
We need like 15.
We do.
Yeah.
So maybe we should do something fun at 100.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
Maybe you have an idea of something fun we can do.
Right.
Let us know.
But,
like, I really, that's a goal I'd like to hit.
Can we do it? Can you guys help us?
Please.
Please help us.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's it. And, we'll see you next time.
On the flip side.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hello. No one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hi guys, it's me, Charlene. I just realized I didn't see you in algebra earlier, so I wanted to make sure I finished telling you guys what I wanted to tell you, which is I'm kind of freaking out that I'm not going to finish sewing my prom dress in time. I know I'm finishing it in sewing, and I have what's her name, April, helping me, but it's being really tricky, and I know we only have like a week. Also, do you think it's a good idea if my friend that I'm bringing to prom, Al, if he wears that Dumb and Dumber tux from the choir, the ones that were left over that are mint and green? I think it's red, but I'm trying to convince him to do it or not. What else did I forget? Oh, yeah, that super hot exchange student guy on the swim team. I don't know why I can't talk to him. Maybe he's just too hot. I don't know. Maybe because he's foreign. He said if I ever go to Brazil, I could stay with him. Anyway, I'll show you guys the pictures later that I got developed yesterday. So hope to see you in geography. Bye.
Okay. So I'm driving home from work, and I just had a weird random question. If Baby Baby has got the flavor, then what flavor is Baby Baby? Do you know? Just a random thought.
Beep. New message. Friday, May 18th, 2018, 9:45 a.m. Hey, Brooke. Hey, Nikki. This is Denise. Oh, my Lord. Just listened to Step 76 here at work. You had me in my feels. You had me crying. I will make sure I get back and start sending you my talkbacks to you because, you know, I am your third podcaster there. Lordy ladies. Can't wait till October. Can't wait to meet you on the boat. I'll be sending in my new emails. Love you, ladies. Bye-bye.
Hi, Nikki and Brooke. This is Jenny, and I am crossing the George Washington Bridge now, starting my journey to Old Orchard Beach, and I can't wait to see you guys. Nikki, YOLO! Hey, are Nikki and Brooke home? No, they're not? Oh, that's right, because everyone's not home because they're sitting with me in traffic in Connecticut. That's it. Bye.
Hey, Brooke and Nikki, it's Michelle. I'm in the car. I'm driving to pick Amy up for our MSCW Maine event. Woohoo! See you soon.
Guys, why does it take so long to drive through Connecticut? Like, I didn't even realize Connecticut was that big. But anyway, I finally am entering the Beantown land. Not really, but I'm finally in Mass. Bye! Current status, looking for moose in New Hampshire. Bye!
I don't really mean to lead you on. All I wanna do is go to Old Orchard Beach. Maine's got the flavor. Bye. So something that I learned this weekend, Pawtucket, like P-A-W, Pawtucket, Rhode Island, is not Pawtucket. It's Pawtucket. Pawtucket. Bye.
Hey, Brooke and Nikki, it's Michelle, just driving home with Amy from the hashtag MSCW Maine event weekend. I'm just calling up for some hotline bling.
And I just wanted to say thank you for a fun weekend. We had a great time, and we hope to get together again soon. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye. Hey, what up, Brooke and Nikki? It's Michelle again. I feel like a stalker. Keep leaving you messages, and you don't return my call. You're like Jordan, who doesn't respond to me on any social media. What up with that, yo? So anyway, I just dropped off Amy, and I'll be home soon, and I'm gonna get an ice cream, and then I'm gonna go to bed, because I'm tired. So, yeah, talk to you later. Love you. Bye.
End of messages.
Files done.